All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, I think we are live. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with me on another episode of Smash Times Lead Therapy. Tonight we got a really cool guest, really good dude, but let's just kind of see who's in the chat. What's going on? I got this crazy virus on the computer, and it is making it's putting these virus boxes all over my monitor, so I gotta, address that tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. Let's see who's in the chat. Of course, we got Fluffy. Thanks for coming in, man. I really appreciate it. If you're watching, make sure you jump in the chat or say hello. Chris from the 740. We'll see you in about 30 seconds. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on here. It's another Sunday, fun day. I want to talk some gun stuff, some 2A stuff with my good friend Chris. And well, I don't know if we're good friends yet. We haven't cracked a brew. So that's like, I think that's a mandatory friendship milestone. But we have met a couple times. Really salt of the earth guy. And yeah, without further ado, I think everything's working. Let's bring in Chris from the 740.
What's going on?
What's up, man? Dude, I got to tell you, your lighting is looking extra crispy. Your background is looking sharp. It's looking good.
Yeah. I was sitting here thinking about this earlier today that it's funny how things kind of go full circle, but long before I started doing my YouTube channel, when I would be down in the reloading room, I remember watching you. I started watching your channel like right when you first started, when you were doing all those ammo hunts.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And now here we are on a live stream together. It's kind of cool how that all works out. I always thought that was pretty cool how you did that. I'd watch you do. I'd go from your channel to Tools and Targets and watch you guys do the ammo hunts.
Yeah, you know how that started. So, I lost my job during COVID, and I sold all my guns and whatnot, all but a few. And man, I was just bummed out. So one day, I got a job, and I was like, I'm going to start working. I'm going to start. So I got my first check. I'm like, let me go buy some ammo. So I got up real early on a Saturday, and I'm at Academy. And my wife calls me. She goes, "Where are?" It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. She goes, "Where are you?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm in line to get it. Some ammo at Academy." She goes, "How stupid! What a dumb, blah 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 blah." She goes, "Yeah, what a waste of time." I was like, "Well, I really need ammo, and you got to get here early." And before that, I was doing car show stuff, and nobody cared about those videos. She goes, "Why don't you make a stupid video about ammo?" And so I made a video, a little short 5-minute video, and it got like 5,000 views in 2 hours. And I was just blown away that one video got more views than my last 15 videos to put together. And I'm like, well, shit, I like guns too. So let me pivot from cars to guns. And then that's how the channel got started. But man, it was a cool. Good times back then.
It made my wallet hurt though every time you do
it. Yeah, my wife, she would kill me. We're literally eating ramen and baked beans and just beans and rice in it, and I'm here buying ammo every weekend. Let's check the chat. We got Jesus. What's up, buddy? Texan 65. What's going on, bud? Carolina EDC. I think I accidentally put him in hideout in timeout. I'm sorry if I put you in timeout, bro. Vulcan Rumble. That's a new name. What's going on, bud? Major Havoc, my man, dude. Have you met Major Havoc in person?
I haven't.
This dude knows. He knows a lot about 2011s. He is the aficionado of 2011s in my world. Wow.
Yeah, you just had him on a couple weeks ago, didn't you?
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Sure, I don't want to build up his ego too much, but he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he does. I've seen him on a couple chats, but he's definitely the guy to go to if you need anything on 2011. That's for sure.
For sure. One Car Fast. Man, I haven't seen this name in the chat in a long time. Wow. That brings it back. It's good to see you back in here, man. I appreciate it. So let's just get right down to the 50 questions. I have a bunch, man. I've been watching your channel for a minute. Recently, you've been gaining a lot of steam. And, what really struck me, we'll jump around a little bit. So what really struck me is I asked you if you're going to SHOT Show, and you were like, no, fuck that. Sorry. shenanigans on that. I don't want to go anymore. And you were kind of down and out, and it's called YouTube burnout. You get it. It comes and goes. And when you make videos and you're constantly getting yellowed out and just over bullshit, you get bummed out, and it's you're not making any money, real money, and you just get kind of burned out, man. Is that what you're going through at that time?
Yeah, it was kind of burnout, and then it was just really it was SHOT Show burnout. I went 3 years in a row. I didn't really have a 2025 was a disaster because I selfishly stayed home for a couple days because the Buckeyes were playing for the national championship, and I'm like, I'm not leaving home until we win that championship. So I didn't fly out till Wednesday morning, and I had a nasty cold. So by the time I got out there, I was just fried, and I didn't get anything done on the first day. And as well as I do, I only had Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to do anything.
And Friday's pretty much a dead day.
Yeah, Thursday I was feeling even worse, and then by Friday I was feeling pretty good. But I just went in there one day and got things done, and I was just like, you know what, I'll just take a year off from it. So
you were sick before you got to SHOT Show?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone that got sick at SHOT Show in 2025, right here,
my fault.
That's the reason. This is the guy right here. This is patient zero, as they say.
Yeah.
Let's see, Major Havoc. I'm just an old guy. Whatever. He makes pretty good videos too. I'm not taking a shot at your age, Major Havoc, but you make some pretty sweet videos. Mr. H, what's up, buddy? Carolina's burned out now. Yeah, it comes and goes, man. It really does. Sometimes you just get burned out. I mean, heck, I took almost all of 2025 off. I started a new job, and I just said, I make real money here, or I make play money here. What's a priority in life? I could spend my weekends doing this or just hanging out with the family, and rather hang out with the family. But I'm back into it now. I'm loving it again. So did you take a break?
Not really. I mean, I didn't really take a break from filming. I still love creating the content. I even enjoy the editing. I love doing the editing.
Sicko.
But it was just, I didn't want to go to SHOT. It was just, I wanted to take a year off. And honestly, it's kind of becoming one of my least favorite shows to go to. Like,
really?
Yeah, I love Goals. I mean, Goals is the best show I've been to yet.
See, I haven't been to Goals, but I love SHOT Show, man. I get a lot of networking. I get a lot of stuff done at SHOT.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have too. I mean, my first year in 23 was amazing.
That's when we met. We met in 23. You had your son with you, right?
Yep. And then I went back in 24, and that was another good year. But yeah, 25 was a disaster. So I'm not saying I won't go again. I'll definitely go. I may go next year. I don't know, but
yeah. Well, another veteran of the industry who was the reason why I wanted to go to SHOT Show in the beginning. Dan, the firearm guy, he didn't go this year, and that bummed me out. He didn't go last year due to some personal stuff, and he didn't go this year just because he was like, I had a great 2025. Why do I need to go to SHOT? And I'm like, well, I'm going to go. And he goes, exactly why I'm not going. No, he didn't say that. But, I just was like, man, a lot of people I really enjoy hanging out with didn't go. And it's kind of a bummer, but I don't know. This year
to meet Dan. I love his channel. He seems like a great guy. He's living in Ohio now too. He's only a couple hours away from me. So
Dan's all business, man. He is all business. And so in honor of him this year, I tried to be all business. So Dan, he gets his little camera with his tripod. He just runs around SHOT Show. He says he might wave to you if you're lucky, but he is focused. And he goes bam, 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 bam. He just makes his content and gets the hell out of Dodge. And so this year I tried that technique, and it worked out really well. I tried to just stay focused and not goof off too much because that's a lot of fun. No drinking at all. I had one Red Bull vodka the whole trip. And that's it. And nothing else. No drinking, no smoking, no cigars, no goofing off. Just all business.
Yeah.
So what made you start a YouTube channel anyway?
So I was in I started it during COVID. I was lucky with my job. I own a plumbing company. That's what I do for a living. So we were considered essential. We still had to go to everybody's house and fix their stuff. And we were making a lot of money because everybody was working from home. The kids were home. They couldn't go to school. So they were breaking everything. So we were just constantly one job to the next job to the next job. But the problem was I'm a pretty social guy. So after work, I like going with my buddies. We'd go to the bar, have a few beers. We'd go to a restaurant, get a sandwich, drink a couple beers. Everything was shut down. So I was just constantly reloading. I'd come home from work, go down in the basement, turn the TV on, start watching YouTube and reloading. And I don't know, it just struck me one day. I'm like, I'm not really good at anything when it comes to guns, but I'm kind of a jack of all trades. Like I know a little bit about everything, and I'm like, why am I not doing this? So the next day I told my wife, I said, I'm going to the gun range and I'm going to make a video. I'm like, I'm going to just see how this goes. And that's really how it started. I started it out of boredom. I'm glad I did it too.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
Worked out really well.
Let's check the chat. Of course, the Armsman. Man, that's another guy I haven't seen in a minute. Where the heck have you been hiding, bud? Fluffy says, Smash, you have to go to Goals with us this year. I don't know, man. When is Goals?
I think it's in August. It's going to be a lot closer to you this time around. It's going to be in Des Moines instead of...
Iowa?
Yeah, instead of Knoxville.
That's a long drive. I drove to Iowa in one day before. It's a long drive from Houston, man. Holy shit.
Yeah. Is it less of a drive for you to go there or to go to Tennessee?
Oh, probably there. Tennessee, I think, is about 16 hours, 15, 16 hours for me. I think Iowa is about 13 or 12.
Okay.
Because for me, it's just straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's good because I love it. Man, it was such a good show in Knoxville. They did the inaugural one, and last year was there. And I hope they go back eventually because, man, it's just such a great time. There's so much stuff to do in that city.
Yeah, I mean, Iowa is cool. Tennessee is fun, man. My sister-in-law used to work at Dollywood, and that was cool. We used to go hang out, and that was all right. So so you started YouTube. You're just doing it out of boredom. Who did you watch before to kind of say, you know what, if this Yahoo can do it, I can do it?
Well, I think like everybody, I watched the big channels. I watched Honest Outlaw, IV8888,
good channel.
Grantham, all these channels, same channels everybody watches. But I would also get into these niche things where I would be like, I'm looking for certain information on a certain gun or a certain reload. And I'd go watch some of these smaller channels. And that's kind of what motivated me. I'm like, because I'd be watching a video and the guy had like 500 subscribers, but he was putting out really good content. And I'm like, okay, well, I want to do this. So, once you start digging in, like if you're like looking for a specific gun and you want information on it, you find out there's 200 videos out on it. And whether it's a 1 million subscriber channel or 100, and that kind of motivated me. I was like, well, you got all these other small channels. I guess I can start doing this myself. So,
yeah, sometimes I'll run across channels that are really, pretty decent quality. And I'm like, damn, this guy's going to go places. And, I'll comment, keep it up. And then they'll just take off. And, they go from 1,000 to 15,000 in just a few weeks to a month. And it's like, wow. I mean, some of these guys put a lot of work in. I wish I had that kind of time.
Yeah.
That's my excuse. I wish I had that kind of time. But I got 2 little kids, and they're not laptop kids. They're not tablet kids. Let's go throw the football. Let's go do stuff. My daughter, heck, there's a chair right here. She'll come just sit with me while I'm working. She just wants to be around me. And I don't know, when they say, oh, let's go watch a movie. And it's like, okay, let's go watch, Zoolander for the 5th time. I guess I will. It's all right.
Yeah, you got to do it. I mean, they grow so fast. I mean, my son's going to be 21 this year, and it just blows my mind. He's that old already.
Yeah, he was a big hoss, man. When I met him, he was a big kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it runs in the blood.
He's still living here, so I like that. At least I still got him at home. I don't think he's going to be here much longer.
I was raised in the household, man. When you're 18, get out.
Yeah.
But now that
I was too, but I like him being here. But he's my only kid too. I mean, I only had one kid, so.
Well, my oldest, she's 25 and gone. But, I was the weekend dad with her. But now that my 2 little kids, they're 13 and 11, they could stay. It's all right. No pressure to move out. I mean, as long as they get their shit done and stay, keep their priorities straight, they can stay here. But I love my kids, man. I can't stop hanging out. I love hanging out with them. They're just goofballs. And you're right. They grow up so quick, man.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never remember the last time you hold your kid.
Nope.
Yeah. So what was the first video you did? What was it on?
So I had a High Point 10 millimeter carbine.
Oh my God.
And they only come with 10 round mags.
Yeah.
So I was on some forums and I was like, man, I want to get an extended mag for this or something. And so I was reading in these forums that these guys were taking 45 caliber red ball mags, the 20 rounders, and converting them to run 10 millimeter. So I was at a local gun store. They had one. I picked one up. I came home and did the modifications to it, and then went out to the range and tested it out. That was actually my first video. And it did pretty well because, well, there's a lot of people out there that own High Point carbines, whether they admit it or not. So the video did really well.
I have to admit, I almost bought one myself. I was close to it. I just can't get past it. They're pretty ugly, man.
Oh yeah, they're not a pretty gun.
They're ugly. They work though. God dang. High Point, say what you will about they might weigh 75 pounds, but they work. They go bang every time.
Yeah. I don't mind their carbines too much. I can't do the pistols. I just can't. There's nothing enjoyable about shooting those pistols.
The yeet cannons.
Yeah.
So what was that?
Yeah, so that was my first video, and then I needed to get a chrono. The chrono I had wasn't working well. It was old. It was handed down to me from another guy, and so I bought a chrono and I took it out and I did a review on it. And I got this a guy commented on the video. He said, "You're shooting at my gun range where I go." And I was like, so I found out this guy was in the same town I was. And his name was Jason Stewart. He doesn't do anything here on YouTube anymore. But come to find out, he lived like 10 minutes from me, and he was like really tied in with the reloading community. So that he got, that's how I got introduced to all the reloading stuff. So like when I first started doing live streams where I was going on people's shows, it was all reloading content. So that was kind of how I got my start. And that's how I met made a lot of my friends and met a lot of the bigger channels was through reloading.
All right, let's check the chat real quick. The Armsman goes, as much as I enjoy my kids, they have to go. Grown adults and don't want to leave mom and dad results from being great parents, I guess. They're way too comfortable. Yeah. The Armsman just says, High Points make great hammers. That is true. TMC, what's up, buddy? I haven't seen this cat in the chat in a while. Fluffy says, High Point cans are nice. I didn't know they made cans.
Yeah, they just started.
Wild. They
Fluffy and I got our hands on them over at the Great American Outdoor Show there last month.
They probably weigh a ton. Vanessa Kitty, what's up? How are you? Hunting and stuff?
No, they're not bad at all.
Hunting and stuff. Why is that name so familiar? I think I watched one of your videos recently. TMC again. Fluffy. All right. Hunting stuff. All right. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to miss anybody. One day I'm going to get Vanessa Kitty on the live. She's a really interesting personality. Been a minute, don't get notifications. Well, in all fairness, TMC, I really haven't been doing a whole lot lately. I think I only did like 25 videos all of 2025. 23 videos. I mean, not a whole lot. All right. Uh-oh. Looks like we got some technical. Oh, there you go. You disappeared.
I had to shut the camera off for a second.
Uh-oh. So have you ever had a video that you really thought was going to crush it and just die?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Do you remember your first breakout video that did really well where you're like, oh shit, that's pretty amazing?
Oh man, the first one. Man, I don't know if I can remember the first one.
Yeah, I mean,
I know the one that literally blew my channel up, but
which one was that?
That was when I bought that stupid Harbor Freight light.
I think you'd be surprised what videos will hit. Something random will just crazy. Like during SHOT Show, I did a video on some Wiley X sunglasses, and you're thinking, who gives a shit about sunglasses? You got like 16,000 views. I was like, well, apparently a lot of people care about sunglasses.
Yeah.
And Wiley X is probably the only sunglass brand I buy, as you know, just because my buddy that was in the military says that's what they use overseas, and they're really robust. And so I've just been using them for the last probably 4 or 5 years. Shout out Wiley X. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, they do. I've got a couple pairs. Really good glasses.
I love them. Let's see. Let's go to the bag of questions. Someone sent me a question to ask you. What was the hardest thing you learned about making videos? I have a follow-up question to that too.
So I think in the beginning, the hardest part was audio. Like I didn't know how important audio was.
It's more important than video.
Yeah. So I'd be, back then I didn't have the studio back here. So I was doing everything at the range, and I had a phone pointed at me. And I live in the flat part of Ohio, so it's windy here all the time. So it was like I'd have to go home, and then finally I found in my editing software where I could edit some of that wind noise out, but then it didn't sound good. Like
right. What software do you use?
Movavi is what I use.
Okay, because DaVinci Resolve has a meter where you can percentage. You can cut out some of the audio noise. A lot, it goes 0 to 100. So if you put it like 8 or 9, it cuts out a pretty good chunk of background noise. It's actually, I use that all the time.
Yeah, so I battled that for a while, and then I finally started talking to some other YouTubers, and they were like, "Yeah, you got to get mics, man." So I bought my first camera, which was a Sony ZV-1. And I had like a boom mic on it with the Dead Cat, and it sounded pretty good. And
the ZV-1 had the screen pop sideways, right?
Yeah, you can turn it towards you and everything.
Yeah, that was a great
camera.
I still
use it. I use it here in the studio. It's my studio camera. But yeah, so then I started learning. I had to start watching a lot of electronic channels because I was like, I need to up my game with the cameras and the audio. And so then I got my first set of Bluetooth mics. I bought some cheap ones. And then about 3 years ago, I went down the DJI rabbit hole. And then I was like, yep, I'm using all DJI from here on out. So.
Yeah, I was just shooting some rolling shots with a car with the Osmo Mobile 3 with a magnetic cover. I stuck it to the back of my wife's car. And I was just driving around it. And man, that camera is stupid. My son was controlling it with the phone, sitting next to me, so he can control the camera from inside the car, and it didn't move a budge. It didn't budge at all. So I'll post a quick video of that later on IG, just because I was like, man, that's pretty cool. I've always wanted to have rolling shots. I always thought that looked cool, and I'm way too cheap to pay like a professional person to go do it. And then I'm really into drones now, so I'm trying to get my 107 license. And I saw one of your videos. I don't know what you were using, but you did a top-down shot shooting.
With my Neo 2?
Oh, that's the Neo 2. I have the Neo also. That thing is jam up, man. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it took 3 months to get that thing here because, with all the crap going on with DJI right now, I had to order it from China.
Here's the cool thing about the Neo. If you get the goggles and the controller remote, you can FPV it.
Yeah, you can do that with the Neo 2 also.
And that thing, I ran that Neo into walls, cars. I mean, it is. And then I also got the Mavic or the Mini Pro 5, the new one that just came out. That thing, you cannot crash it into something. I've tried to run it into buildings. I've tried to hit it on the ground. I've tried because it has sensors all around it. Oh my God. That thing is stupid. That's so cool. I love it. The drone.
Yeah, I've got an old Mini too, and I'm probably just going to get rid of it now. That Neo 2, I love it. It does everything I want it to do. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and then I bought the Osmo Nano. That camera is awesome too. I can
100%
put it on my hat. It's magnetized. You can put it on the body of your car or whatever you want.
Yeah, I love it. It's so cool. And then the mic that comes with it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. DJI really has it in the bag. The Osmo 4, when that comes out, and it's supposed to be out soon, any day now, that's going to be just a monster. Because, it tracks.
I hope we can get it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can still get the drones right now on Amazon.
Right. So anything that got registered after December, it was either November 25th or on Christmas Day. As long as DJI got them registered with the FCC, they're legal.
Well, it was
the Pocket 4.
I heard it was physically imported. So as long as you had them here in the US, you're good. But if you were to bring them in, you can't bring new ones in.
Right. So anything that they come out with now. So the Pocket 4 did make the list. So we should be able to buy it right off of Amazon if we want to.
Yeah. Well, my daughter's in Japan, so if
you won't have a problem, man.
Well, getting her to go get it,
mm-hmm.
It would be the hardest part. Then I have to go, how about I give you an extra $50 for your time and trouble to walk down to the store and just go mail it to me? But we'll see. We'll see how that works out. All right, let's check the chat. Let's see who's in here. Let's see. Arms and Technology is insane. Oh, so I just got the new Samsung S26 Ultra where it has the privacy screen. Let me tell you, that is bananas, man. That thing will, if you turn the privacy screen on and you go sideways, you can't see no one can look at what you're looking at. So if you're looking at the buttons, or if you're researching things at work and you're sitting in a meeting, you can scroll through it and nobody knows. And the camera has this crazy anti-shake feature where even Michael J. Fox could film regular. So you could take this phone, film video, go like this, and your video won't move.
Huh.
You can actually take it and throw it in the air and your video will just be right there. That's how crazy technology is. So freaking cool. Other than that, it's the same exact phone as the last 5. Nothing besides the camera, but I love it, man. That privacy screen, I sit in so many meetings at work that are boring, and I can't scroll my phone because I don't want people seeing what I'm looking at, guns and stuff. They're gonna think I'm a lunatic.
That's pretty cool. I haven't even heard of that yet.
Armsman says drone footage looks amazing, cinematic quality, pretty slick. Yeah, it's pretty neat. The Mini 5 is so crispy, so clear. It's amazing. Crash avoidance would not let my friend's drone operate in a tall while shooting bays. Well, the crash avoidance on the Mini one is only 1 foot around. So unless he's trying to make out with the drone, I don't see how that's a big issue. Carolina used the Osmo Pocket 3. Yeah, you definitely need an extra battery for sure. I have 2 of the handle batteries, the generic ones on Amazon. But, when I go to a shot, I just use my regular cell phone. It's funny. I'll see these guys walking with these giant camera rigs and all that stuff. Man, I'm way too lazy for all that. Some of my best videos were just filmed on my cell phone because I film so much on my phone, I know the distance between whoever's talking and the phone. And as long as I keep it on the product and they're within certain feet, it'll sound fantastic.
Yeah, I use my Pocket 3 for all my interviews and everything. It's just so small to carry it around. And
oh, it's fantastic. Spill guy, what's up, man? TMC wants to go to Japan. What's up? What's up is late today. Man, what's up with that? What's up? Usually you're the first one in this joint, but it's all right. I won't hold it against you, bud. Oh man. So let me ask you another question. So my follow-up question to that, the video question is if you go back and tell yourself one piece of advice, go back to day one, what would you tell yourself?
like day one of starting the channel.
Yeah, day one.
I would definitely I would definitely upgrade my equipment, knowing what I know now versus how I started.
I watched some of your first videos. They weren't terrible.
No, I mean they were. Yeah, I mean it's all grow. You know, it's a growing and learning process. So
Yeah,
but
editing was tough.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'd really go back and change much of anything other than, you know, I mean, I don't even really want to. I'm not even one of those people. It's like, I'm going to take those old videos down because they were terrible. Like, I want to be able to go back and watch them one of these days where you can kind of see the progression of how the channel grew. But
yeah,
yeah,
Carolina.
And I think I think one of the biggest things I've learned too is you got to kind of watch who you become friends with on YouTube as well. I've become friends. In the beginning, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm friends with this guy. I'm friends with that guy. And then you kind of start figuring out what they're really about. And then you're like, yeah. So I would definitely distance myself from a lot more people because in the beginning, it was like, I want to be friends with everybody. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be one of the biggest things I'd change.
I tell you what, I had that too early on. Man, I used to have someone online with me all the time doing lives, and then literally told me I don't get anything out of it, so why would I do it?
Right.
I was like, all right, well, wish you the best, but if you watch my videos, you know who it is.
Have you kind of gone through the jealousy thing too, where you were friends with somebody and then they got upset because you had a little success on YouTube and things like that?
Not, that, thank God I hooked up with Dan, the firearm guy. And, he's been kind of like my YouTube mentor. He's such a great, honest dude. And one day I remember in 23, Springfield released a gun and I wasn't in on it. It was the Hellion. And I was so butthurt. And he goes, hey, how many guns did you get last year for YouTube? Free or at a discount? And I go, about 6. And he goes, you have barely 20,000 subscribers and you got 6 guns. He goes, why don't you put your big boy panties on and take a reality check? And I had to step back and just be like, oh shit. I was being super ungrateful, and Dan's done that to me twice where I get a little whiny and sissy. And I'm like, wait a minute, let's just sit back and just be grateful for where you are. You're grateful, you're in a good spot. Just appreciate what you have and taking that mindset now, I have way more fun doing YouTube. But I fell victim to I was trying to get too big for my britches kind of a deal, and that never works out well. But I've had some people come at me sideways, but whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, and then I mean on the other side of that coin too is, man, I've made some great friends from doing this,
Absolutely.
I mean, Fluffy out there in the side chat, I mean, he's been to half a dozen shows with me now. I mean, and it's, I met him through YouTube.
Was he complaining about his back the whole time? My back.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's been good. And I think, like you were talking about with Dan, it's also good to have another YouTuber that you can get on the phone with and talk with him. That's like Matt from the RTT Guns and Gear channel. He's like my mentor. I mean, I was on the phone with him this morning for over an hour, and
Just
he's been
bouncing
doing this for
ideas.
so long that if I'm having problems with something or I'm pissed off about something, he'll talk me right through it. Well, this is what you got to do. So
Yeah, I learned a lot from Dan. Dan made the mistake and invite me up to come shoot with him once, and I'm like, okay. So I took a week off work, jumped in my truck, and I drove up there with a bunch of guns. And I showed up, and he's like, "Dan, I didn't think you'd really come." So we went shooting up at his property, and I thought we were gonna do like 1 or 2 videos. Like, how many videos are we gonna do today? It was about 6. I'm like, what? So Dan will pick up, and you could give him a freaking water bottle. He'll pick it up, look at it, go, yeah, this is a nice water bottle. Then he'll just do one take, one shot, done. Cut it, edit, done. And here I am, and he gives me some grief about too much editing, but I don't know. I cut out a lot of ums and ohs, and I try and tighten up the videos because when someone watches me, I don't want them to waste time. I want to have it as tight as possible. But he can just do a one take on anything, and I just don't.
Yeah, and he just flows the whole time.
It's a one take. You ever watch Dan's videos, guys? When you watch Dan's videos, he might have 3 cuts, maybe 4, maybe, but he just runs right through it.
Yeah,
it's a skill. Mr. H wants to know how you like the AKV. Oh man, I'm dying to hear that. I didn't watch that video. What was the consensus?
Well, I love it. Like, I didn't know if I was getting, like, it was kind of one of them guns. I'm like, am I going to like this? So I had reached out to Josiah over at PSA. I was on their website one day, and I'd been kicking around getting an AKV9 for a couple years. Well, they came out with that redwood furniture, and I was like, man, that gun is beautiful. Yeah. So I shot Josiah an email, and I said, hey, could you send one of them out to the channel for me? I want to do a review on it. And he was nice enough. He said, yeah, we'll send it out. And then, he told me, he said, if you decide you want to keep it, we'll work out a price on it, how that goes with PSA. And so I got it out of the box. I did the unboxing on it, and then I took it to the range, and I was like, damn, this is nice. And so it's an amazing gun. I really like it.
It's so much fun. I have one.
Yeah, and I have a lot of 9mm PCCs and PDWs, but I've never had a 9mm AK. And
so I was lucky when I did my video on it. Clayco 47 just happened to be there the same day. And so I'm like, hey, man, you want to do a guest spot real quick? And he's another person like Dan. He knows his stuff so well. He jumped in the video. He did the video for me in like 5 minutes. I was like, man, awesome, man. I had a cool guest appearance. And he is the AK kind of guru. So, man, he knocked it out of the park. That's one of my favorite videos. He's
from your area?
Yeah, he lives about 30 minutes away.
Okay. I didn't know where he was from. I love watching his videos.
The guy knows his stuff, man. He's so passionate about what he does. And what's cool is that Kalash Bash, if you even like AKs a little bit, that is the event to go to. It is so much fun. It's wild. And they camp out at night, and it gets rambunctious.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. 21 and over. It's fun. It's a good time.
Gort. All right, Gort.
Let's see. TMC YouTube has changed a ton now. It's more of a free-for-all. Miss the good old days. Yeah, Ron Wayne. Man, what's up? I haven't seen this guy in a minute. I've had to close a few doors over the years. Yeah.
Finally got to meet Ron in person at Goals. What a great guy.
Fluffy. I was butthurt, by the way. Actually, me and Fluffy, I was with Dan, and we just happened to stop by. We went to some store up there. Shucks. I don't remember the store, but it's only up in that area. It's an outdoor store. Damn it. Anyway, it was a good time.
They got some cool gun shops up there in Michigan.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, you were talking about Academy. We don't have those anywhere around here.
Really?
And when Fluffy and I were over in Pennsylvania, we found we didn't know there was one in Harrisburg. So we went over to it. Man, their ammo prices are not bad at all.
Yeah, relatively speaking, in a pinch, I mean, of course, you can buy stuff online. Right. But if you just need to go grab some ammo, usually it's not bad. If you have an Academy card, you save another like 2%, 3%.
Yeah, they had a crazy deal on that Monarch 9mm. I bought a bunch of it and brought it back home with me.
Yeah. The Armsman says, I remember years ago, Dan loved his Kahr firearms. Yeah, he actually has a whole story with Kahr. I won't tell it, but you guys should jump in his next live stream and ask him about his Kahr Arms firearm story. It's actually really cool. It really helped him get his channel off the ground. Let's see. Oh, Rural King. Yeah, it was Rural King. I couldn't believe
we got a ton of them here.
Yeah. I was looking at guns and I can go buy some baby chicks. It's crazy. That is the weirdest store.
I've got one like less than a mile from my house, and I go in there all the time.
That would be scary, man. I'd come home with the most random shit. I think Rural King would turn into my next Hobby Lobby. My wife banned me from Hobby Lobby because I'd just come home with just stupid stuff. Just, I don't even want to get into it, but I can't go unless I'm supervised now. Just because, yeah. So what's your EDC now? Everyone in the chat, let's do an EDC check. I'm curious. TMC, Gort, what's up, buddy? Everybody, let's what is your current EDC and why? What are you carrying now?
I carry the Ross Martin RM1C Comped is what I carry. I carried the RM1C up until the Comped came out. Now I'm carrying the Comped one.
Really, Ross Martin?
Oh, I love that gun.
I've never shot one.
Yeah, I'm surprised too because they're made right in Dallas. So
no kidding. I carry the Echelon Comp. I love it. That and I might start carrying that Sig Fuse, man. I shot that, but it's a teeny too small for my hands, but god dang, I'm really loving that gun.
Yeah, I carried the 365 XL for years up until I got the Ross Martin. Then I started carrying that. Then they came out with the Comped version, and that was a gun that the Comp actually really worked well on. And I was like, okay. So once I got 1,000 rounds through it and I knew it was reliable, I'm like, yeah, I'm swapping them out. So
yeah.
But I'm not I pretty much will carry the same gun every day. Even though I have all these guns, when it comes to my EDC, I very rarely switch up. So
yeah, I'm having a hard time switching because I shot the Echelon and that's the new Cat's Pajamas, man. I shoot that so well and it's so easy to shoot. So I like it. So, but the Fuse is a great gun. Let's see. Major Havoc shoots the Fuse. Carolina P365X Macro, another great gun. Gort Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, great gun. Fluffy X Macro. TMC, I guess, he shoots a Glock. I won't hold it against him. It's all right. The Armsman 365X Legion with Radian Ramjet. Man, a lot of 365 is such a great platform.
Yeah, that gun's never going anywhere.
TMC shoots a 40 what? Critical Critic, Glock 19. It's all right. It's all right. Armsman he meant the P365 Macro Legion. Got it. Vulcan, he's in Massachusetts, just a cell phone. Oh my God. Buddy, moved to a free state. Like, look, I was born and raised in Los Angeles. I moved to Texas when I was 31, and I've never looked back. When you move to a free state, it's just so much better. I mean, it really just, God, man, I love it.
Yeah, I've lived in Ohio my entire life. So
Well, your gun laws are getting a little wonky up there, huh?
No, not here. Michigan's getting crazy.
Oh, Michigan. That's right, Michigan. That's why
Here
Daniel.
we're fine. Yeah, and so you meet so many people on YouTube from all these different states. I got friends in New York and California, and you're like, man, that's rough. Like 10-round mag limits and gun rosters, and I'm like, man, I am so lucky. I mean, Ohio is a shitty state to live in, but our
No,
gun
I have a
laws are
bunch of
great.
relatives in Defiance, and so I spent a couple of summers in Defiance, Ohio, and I remembered it was flat, and there wasn't shit to do, and it was hot.
Yeah,
but it was just super flat.
yeah.
But it was
you don't
fun.
get in
I had a
any
good
hills
time.
until you go south in Ohio.
Right, right. So, what editing software are you using again?
I use Movavi.
Movavi?
Yep.
Huh. Have you ever tried DaVinci Resolve?
I have. Yeah. And it's not that I think it's not that I'm against using other software, but it's like, man, once you've mastered one, it's hard to switch.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone told me I should switch to a Mac, and I'm like, look, I barely like to change. Like if I go to a store and I find a shirt, I'll buy 10 of that shirt.
Yeah.
Because I like it so much. Like I bought a hoodie off Temu, and it came and it was such good quality and fit so well. I ordered 4 more.
Yeah.
And one of those 4 came from a different factory and was trash. I threw it out. But man, when I find something I like, that's what I buy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like if I buy
when it comes to editing software, I don't know if I'll ever use any other kind because it gets its updates, they add features to it, and it's just like I know how to use it, so I'll stick with it.
Yeah. Plus, they all do basically the same stuff. I just like DaVinci because it's free. I bought the paid version, but it's a one-time purchase. And they update it constantly, the new stuff, and you get a lot for your money. You do get a lot for your money. So, what about yellow to videos? Is that a struggle you face? Because you do a lot of optic reviews and stuff, and do they yellow those out too? In case everybody watching, so when you do a YouTube video and you upload it, it's either green or yellow. When it's green, it goes out to the masses. YouTube will put ads on it and they'll push it, right? So they really help the video grow. They kind of want you to grow. If it's yellow, the video they can't put ads on it and it just dies. It tanks. So when you spend a lot of time on a video, when you edit the video, like most of my videos take at least 5-6 hours to do minimum. And then when they die and they go yellow, it's like a gut punch because you're like, shit. And then sometimes you have to send it in for an extra review, and then most of the times it just stays yellow. And so
they won't.
It's hard.
I've noticed that too in like the last 6 months. If it goes yellow, delete it and re-upload it because they're not gonna make it go green.
No.
So this is my workaround. I will never upload a video during the week. I wait till Friday at about 10 o'clock at night before I start uploading. I will only upload on Friday night and Saturday and Sunday.
Really?
Because they're basically using a call center to check those videos. And I've learned this from a lot of other channels. So that's kind of the workaround. I would say 95% of mine will go green if I upload on the weekends. If they go yellow, I just delete it and re-upload it. And sometimes it'll go green, sometimes it'll go yellow again. I'll delete it, re-upload it. And normally by the 3rd time, it'll go green.
What I do is I'll re-edit it, a small piece out of it, and then save it again, and then re-upload it. My Fuse video, it was yellowed the first 2 times, and then they dinged it green. And they put it green, so that was cool. Man,
I don't know how true it is, but they say if you're uploading during the week that the main YouTube headquarters is open there, it's going to be harder to get a gun video to go green. But on the weekends,
AI checks that video.
Yeah.
And if you say like bargain or budget or cheap or value. Then they say, oh, you must be promoting something like you must be promoting the shop. So, I mean, that's a killer. Like my PSA SHOT Show bit of video was yellowed this year. And I didn't realize it until I got home and disputed it. And it usually gets 100,000 views, and that thing got 40,000 this year. And I was like, "Damn, that sucks."
Yeah, I had a video during the Great American Outdoor Show. I was doing an interview with Diamondback Firearms on their 5.7 PCC, and it went green. And then in the middle of the night, I got a strike, but it was a warning because I hadn't gotten in trouble for a while. And so I went back and watched the video, and I figured out what had happened. I was asking him where everybody could find him, hoping he was going to say, yeah, Instagram, Facebook, like most of them do. I think he might have been a newer guy, and he didn't know you can't say like .com or whatever. Well, he said it, but what I did is when he said .com, I just blanked. I just cut the audio off.
Yeah.
Where I should have put like a beep over it, or I should have just cut it all together. That's what I got the warning for. So I had to take their stupid YouTube class again, and I think that warning will drop off in a couple months. But it was that was my fault. I should have caught that during editing and just got rid of it altogether instead of just taking out a piece of what he was saying.
Yeah.
So I kind of did that to myself. And when you're talking about guns.com, that's kind of you're getting a strike on that.
Look at Fluffy, always talking smack. Let's look at the chat. Armsman, great move. I moved from New York to Florida 20 years ago and never stepped a foot in New York again. Yeah, New York is crazy now. TMC, RMP, Virginia, they have gone crazy, man. They are just getting so many BS commie laws passed right now. It's nuts.
Yeah, that's a state I never would have thought would happen in, but man, right? Wow.
That's amazing. Sad what's happening. NC has good gun laws currently. Cincinnati isn't that flat. Ohio is flat as heck. Where I was at, I guess, yeah, for me it was flat. When I was only like 10 years old. TMC, more Glock talk. No comment. Vulcan, the intelligence agency guys are making a list of Virginia politicians to get rid of. I don't know. Unfortunately, my wife loves ordering some of her clothing from Shein. She says with $50 hairs, she gets entirely new wardrobe. $50 hairs. You know, some of these online stuff is pretty wild. CloverTac did a great podcast on YouTube's do's and don'ts to remain monetized. Found it pretty interesting. Yeah, I've talked to the actual YouTube. Have you ever met the YouTube rep?
Huh?
Oh, I'll send you his information. He's the rep for all the gun dudes. And really cool guy. He's cool. But I would never want his job. That guy must get phone calls all hours of the night. So apparently, if you're big enough and you're over like 500,000 subscribers, you get assigned this guy. And I met him, and he called me one day, and we went over my channel and did kind of like a bit by bit. And he goes, "Your channel's fine. It's just the AI, man. When they don't like a video, they'll just smash a story about his encounter calling out Such is funny." Oh yeah. Oops. That was funny. So I was at IV88 and Such was there, and I just met him. I was like, "Hey man, I like your stuff. Good channel." He goes, "Thank you." He's a little guy and a really nice guy, and Don. And then I go, "Hey, a real quick question. I see you shooting at the beginning of all your videos, but I never hear a ding or nothing. Are you actually shooting at something? Or is you just kind of faking it for the video?" And he goes, "Hey, look at here, Junior. I've been shooting 30 longer than you've been alive, this and that." And he goes, and I was like, "I'm sorry, man. It's like not a good first impression." But so I ran into him at SHOT. I've talked to him a bunch of times since then, and I saw him at SHOT Show. You know, this year was the first time Such has ever been to SHOT Show.
No kidding.
He was walking around like a kid in a candy store. He goes, man, this is crazy. And, you know, Such has been around for a long time. It's the first time he's ever been to SHOT Show. That's wild to me. And
yeah, there's a lot of big channels that don't even go. They never go.
A lot of, well, they don't have to, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. He got so mad. You know, look at here, Junior. I've been shooting longer than I've been alive. I'm sorry. Congrats to Brandon Herrera for the win. How do you feel about it, Smash Time? That is amazing. Brandon, I've had the opportunity to meet through Clayco, through the AK community a couple times. Seems like a pretty genuine guy. I just don't want to see him go the same way as old one-eyed eye patch and get bought. You know, everyone has a very good personality, but when they take you in that room and you're the new guy and they tell you how it's going to be and they start saying, okay, well, you have money for your district, well, you got to do XYZ or no money. How is he going to handle that?
I don't know.
I mean, look, everyone has a price. I'd like to say I would always take the high road, but if someone wants to give me a suitcase full of $100 million, I might have to kick that puppy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And look what happened to Eye Patch. He went in there with good intentions. I voted for him. I pushed. I loved his message. And then a year later, he's corrupt. You know, now he's worth $100 and some million, or a couple $1 million. That I don't know. It's just amazing how that happens. I wish him the best, though. Brandon's a good dude. I just hope he can resist all that crazy cult nonsense that he's going to run into. Is he's going to run into it, you know? They take all those new guys into that room the first day. Like, this is how it's going to be.
Yeah, I could not do it. I was really shocked that he even wanted to do that, but you know, because it's not like he's not successful. I'm sure Brandon's got a lot of money already, so
he's doing pretty well.
Yeah,
but I mean, I just don't want him to go that route. Yeah, God, man, it sucks because you know government will just eat you alive. You see it all the time with people with good intentions, and they just get in there, and that machine just eats your soul.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't think we've ever really had anybody go in to get a seat like that, though, with his background in firearms. So I think I want to stay positive about it because I'm like, I mean, we know the guy loves guns. He loves everything about guns. He loves everything about the Second Amendment. So it'll be interesting to see what he does.
I do wish him the best, but man, it's a machine, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer. One Car Fest insider trading tip. Oh yeah, I know. He's gonna have Brandon. Don't invest in stock, bro. Just don't do it. Let's see, Vulcan Rumble. So few pistol and rifles can be sold in mass. Many of the gun shops will not go to SHOT Show simply because nothing applies to them. They're charging. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer. That's why you should move out of Massachusetts, man.
Man, it's crazy when you become friends with these guys that work in the industry and they tell you the prices of what they're paying to go to SHOT Show. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like you want carpet underneath your feet? Oh, that's going to be $20,000.
You want electricity? Oh, and if you want the good carpet, the Glock carpet, the real fluffy, that's an extra $25,000.
Yeah,
it's crazy. You know, there was one booth that was packed to the gills, and oh shit, who was it? It was Shadow Systems. Shadow Systems, I walked by twice and I couldn't get inside their booth.
Isn't that crazy? And it's like that no matter where they go.
It was packed. And I'm like, shit. And then you go to Watchtower Firearms upstairs and it's a ghost town. Literal tumbleweeds are going through there. And their booth was 4 times bigger. And they spent a fortune. I mean, that's why they're always filing Chapter 11.
Yeah, I've noticed like you're never going to get in the Shadow Systems booth, and the Holostone booth is insane all day long. It's
They were
just
giving out T-shirts, and I just walked all the way around. I wasn't even gonna mess with it because there's so many people just standing there waiting for a T-shirt. I'm like, it's a T-shirt, guys. I could see if it was an optic,
yeah.
but T-shirts and stickers. I'm like, all right, whatever. You guys have more time than or more, more time than money.
Yeah, I remember whatever year it was when they were coming out with their night visions optic and their thermal optic. That booth was chaos.
Yeah, it's wild. I try and go that Staccato used to be like that. This year it was pretty calm.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting more for Staccato, but it was all right. It was all right. Let's see. Any more questions from the chat? We got Chris here, man. Let's grill him. Whatever questions you got. You want to talk about his pets? What? He's open. Primary Arms is my favorite newish brand. I don't know about new, but they're here in Texas too. They're good people.
I've only got one of them. I've got one LPVO from them, and it's really nice. Really nice.
Yeah, they brand some really good stuff for sure. So let me ask you a question. So when you're not filming and you're just going to the range for shits and giggles, what do you bring to shoot? No camera, no one's around. You just want to go shoot and just relax. What do you bring to shoot? Besides the AKV now, because you're going to shoot that for a while. That gun is fun.
I've got my old Walther PPQ M2. Still one of my favorite guns. It was one of my first guns I bought. I sent it off, had the slide mill because back then they didn't have an optic cut for it yet. So it's basically the gun that the PDP replaced.
Yeah.
In fact, I got it out the other day. I did an optic review with it just because I was like, man, I haven't had this on the channel forever. But that's just one of them guns I like to take and just shoot it all the time. And it was a pistol that I used when I was still shooting USPSA. So I always have a good time with that one. I've got an AK that I restored that I like to shoot a lot. I'll take it and run it. But I'll be honest with you, there's not much shooting that I do off a camera anymore.
Yeah, see, that's where I was getting a lot of burnout from. Just shoot, like I go shoot with my buddy Mad Mike and Barry and some other cats down here, and we just go every Saturday. We go to Copenderos, just up the road. Really nice, clean gun range, and we just chill out, man. They have a cafe there. We'll sit down, we'll chop it up, shoot the shit for a half hour. We'll go lie about how good we shoot, and then we'll go shoot and just have a good time. And then when I do filming and videos, I'll sneak over there during the week when it's empty. And Copenero is really cool. They'll actually hold the whole bay side for me if I'm going to film. They'll hold it for about an hour. They'll let me give a whole hour completely by myself, which is pretty nice.
I built a bench rest 1022. It's 1022 action. I built it about a year ago, and I'll grab that gun. Like if I get off work early one day, I had a stressful day at work. Yeah. I'll grab that gun and grab a brick of 22, and I'll go set up on a bench and put my headphones on, turn some music on, and just sit there and just plank sometimes I'll sit there for 2 or 3 hours.
That is the best.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that this coming weekend. No, not this weekend. In 2 weeks, I'm going to do that with my kids. There's a really good outdoor range in Cleveland, Texas called Trinity Firearms. And there, they don't charge you per gun. It's just, hey, $20 per person. You shoot all day. You bring a cooler. There's benches. You can just pack a lunch. And then me and the family will go and just hang out and just shoot and just have just a chill. The range officer is a cool guy. It's a family-owned range. It's a really cool place. So that's what we're going to do in 2 weeks. We already planned it out. But sometimes you just want to shoot. I got a carbon fiber Ruger 1022 I'm going to break in. I can't wait to shoot that thing. Especially suppressed now. It's going to be
I just got 2 new cans, 2 rimfire cans in, and I can't wait to strap them on that bench rest gun.
Hold on. I got to show you something.
Oh, Armsman, you put me on the spot. One pistol and one long gun. The pistol's easy. I would take my PDP Pro.
Oh, never mind. I'll have my can.
I don't know what I'd do on the long gun. Man, I've got too many favorites.
Long gun?
Trying to come up with a way to answer Armsman's question, but man, picking one long gun, that's hard.
Well, let's rephrase it. If the house is burning down, I ask a lot of people this question. Your house is burning down right now, and you can only take one gun with you. That's it. Out of all your guns you own, what's the gun you're taking with you?
I'm probably going to grab my Cox Arms EMR1. That's my kind of my go-to AR-15. Probably just
does that have sentimental
value? I can use it for everything.
Yeah. You don't have like a one that has a lot of sentimental value where you're like, it's irreplaceable.
I've got my, I've got a couple like that. My favorite gun growing up was Walther P38. That was like the pistol that got me into Walthers. And a couple years ago, I was finally in a financial spot where I could get one, so I bought one. So,
nice. That's a good feeling, man.
And then I've got my wife's grandpa's I got his old Marlin Model 75, which I grew up learning how to shoot with a Model 60. So the 75 is like the carbine length version of it. So I've got that, and then I've got his old it's like a 1950 something 870 Wingmaster 20 gauge shotgun. Like those are kind of cool.
Yeah,
because they were his. So, but yeah, I don't really have any sentimental guns. I run the crap out of all of them. I mean, I look at them; they're tools.
100%.
Shoot them, put scratches on them. So.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel bad when I put like an idiot scratch on a 1911. Then I'm like, God dang it.
Yeah.
No better.
I try to stay on the budget side of the double stack 1911s and 2011s because I know if I go buy a $4,000 or $5,000 one, I'm going to be like, man, I don't want to scratch this gun.
No, you'd be surprised. Like I started shooting with Mike, and I remember I was always in the camp a few years ago. It was like, hey, my $500 1911 will shoot just as good as your Kimber. And no, it doesn't. It just doesn't. And I thought about it. I fought that a long time. And he got his staccato, and I was like, oh, then he got all the staccatos. And then he went from staccato. Then he got his first Atlas. And it's game over, man. I can give my Atlas Titan to a brand new shooter, and they can immediately group their shots at 15 yards. It's such an easy gun to shoot. And, you do get what you pay for when you do jump up. And then when you're at that level, they're all basically the same. Very little different.
When I was shooting USPSA, a lot of my buddies were in the open division. So I got to shoot so many awesome 2011s. In fact, I did videos on them when I first started my channel. They would actually let me borrow them. So like my buddy let me use his Phoenix Trinity Honcho. That was just insane.
Yeah.
Taking a gun like that. There was another company, Lone Star Customs or something, a Texas company that was, I don't even know if they're still in business, but they were making custom 2011s for USPSA shooters.
I haven't heard of them. They might.
Oh, it was an amazing gun. But yeah, I've shot Atlas. Infinities are amazing guns. When I shot a couple of those that I shot.
I got a story about an Infinity. So we were at the range, and we had a couple of Atlases. We had a Staccato XL. We had an Infinity, and then we had a couple other 2011s. The worst shooting gun out of the bunch was the Infinity.
Was it really?
And it was the nicest looking, but the worst shooting. And I was like,
wow.
That was weird. The best shooting was the bargain priced Priest.
Oh,
Voodoo Priest. Yeah. And it was, those guns come in, I think, around $3,200 which relatively speaking in that group was the cheapest gun in the bunch, and it shot rings around everything on the table.
Masterpiece Arms is another good one I've shot. It makes some really good.
I love
2011.
That was the first 2011 I ever bought that was expensive. And man, what a cool gun. So that's a video. So I did, if you guys want a good laugh, I did my Masterpiece Arms video about 3 years ago. And I went to an actual museum in downtown Houston. I had I spent hours. I had my family involved in this video. And I'm like, this video is going to crush, man. It tanked so hard.
Did it?
It tanked so hard. And I put so much work into that video because we shot the video at the museum and then it didn't come out. Most of it didn't come out because the audio was so bad. So I had to get a mic and go redo the whole thing. So if you watch that video, you notice my daughter has 2 different outfits on. So like she has like magically changes from shorts to long pants halfway through the video. And God, I worked so hard on that video. I thought it was a masterpiece. It sucks so bad. Nobody gave a shit about that video. I was so mad.
I just picked 2011 up Thursday. I'm pretty excited about it. I got my hands on it over at the Great American Outdoors Show. And
what'd you get?
They told me they were going to send it out as soon as I got back home. And
can you say?
It's the new CMX that EAA just came out with.
But yeah. How, man, I'm dying to check that out.
They changed they've changed their grip finally. That was one of my biggest problems. I never was a big fan of their grip modules they were using. So now it's got a really nice stippled grip on it.
Yeah.
But they removed the grip safeties on the new ones. They don't have a grip safety anymore.
Good. It's wasted
time.
So
yeah, I'm pretty excited to get it out. Now I got the X, the CMX. There's a double X too. With the comp integrated right into the barrel, like they did with the Match X. But I've got just the commander size CMX. So I'm looking forward to it because it's my first 4-inch double stack 1911. So
yeah,
all of mine are full size.
I'm picking up the Kimber Hunter 10mm DS pistol in about 2 weeks. And I'm so jacked. And it's a 6-inch.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I'll be a tack driver.
Dude, I love 10mm. I don't know about your favorite caliber, but 10mm hands down is my favorite caliber. It's just so dang expensive. I love it. So when I saw it at SHOT Show, I'm like, oh my God, this comes in 6 inches. I mean, let's go. The 6-inch, kind of like a double stack. It's not a 2011. It's a 1911-ish. I don't know what they're classifying it, but it's not technically a 2011. But I don't even know how many rounds it holds. Hopefully it'll hold at least 12, 13, 14 rounds. And I just love 10 mil. I don't know, but what's your favorite caliber? Do you have one?
I mean, mine's 9mm. I've got so many 9mm. It's just, I do like 10, but I just like shooting 9. I like reloading it. It's an easy round to reload, and
yeah, it is.
But well, yeah, I like 10. My problem with 10mm, I've only got one. Yeah, I think I've only got one handgun chamber. I've got a Glock 40, the 6-inch barrel one, the long slide. But I'm hoping I like this CMX because they have a 10mm version of it.
So there you go.
If this gun turns out to be good, I'm going to go ahead and order it because it's got 15 round capacity.
So are you still doing USPSA?
No, I quit.
So I'm actually going to do my first. I decided I'm going to do some kind of competition this year. So I did one video already, and I don't know what I'm doing. So I just tried to put some stuff together, and then I'm going to go train with somebody up in Dallas in about a week. And he's going to give me some pointers about what I need, and then I'm gonna do a video on me training by myself, and then hopefully the actual competition. But I just want to try it, man. I'm hoping they'll have like a Special Olympics version I can join. Something
you'll
with
like
helmets.
it.
I got a bunch.
You can move up pretty quick once you get. I think you have to shoot. I don't know what the rules are now. I've been out of it. I haven't done it for a couple years, but I think once you get 6 classifiers under your belt, you'll get a classification, because every match you go to will have at least one classifier. So once you get a few matches under your belt,
yeah.
But yeah, you'll move up to B class pretty quick. And then after that, getting to A and Master and G and then Grandmaster, it's really hard.
Yeah, not sure. Oh, so Derek Bias in the chat, what's up, buddy? He's not sure what's going on with prices, but in January I found Cellar and Bellet boxes of 10 millimeter, 50 rounds for 22 each. That's weird, and it's true because sometimes SMB will have it really cheap, and MagTech, if you run across 10 millimeter MagTech, I bought that as cheap as $19 a box. And if I find it, I buy all of it. Even though I run up my credit cards, I just buy all of it but day-to-day prices, it's still $35, $40 a box. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't get it cheap though. It's TMC Rocky training montage. Yeah, I do. I have some funny videos. I have some funny ideas I'm going to put in this training video, especially the competition one. That one's so. I've told 2 people the idea, and they said it's the funniest thing they've ever heard. Now, just getting it on film will be, it'll be tough. All right, so now the hot button questions, the hot water questions. What is the most overrated firearm you've ever shot? Where you're just like, this is a piece of trash.
Oh.
What disappointed you where you're like, junk?
Oh, man. Oh.
I'll put you on the spot, man.
Yeah, you did. I'm trying to think of something. I haven't really had any bad experiences lately. I'm trying to think back to something. The
Arsmid said the SCCY9. Yeah, I actually took mine and threw it into the woods. It's still at the gun range somewhere.
Oh man, I had one of the guys that works for me had one, and I had to work on it, and I finally took it back. I said, I can't fix this thing, man.
Mine was so bad, I took it apart, and I threw one in one side and the other in the other side. I would never bring it. I would never touch my gun safe.
I came up with that Rock Island gun they came out with a few years ago. It was what they call that thing? Was it like the 5.0 or something like that? It was the one that had the real low bore
expensive.
Oh, and it was awful. I remember we go to range day, and I'm so excited. I know they got the gun at the Rock Island booth. I go over there. They only give you like 5 or 10 rounds there it is, the 5.0. I shot that thing. I think I got 2 shots off. Oh, Jam-O-Matic. And then the guy's like, well, it needs to be cleaned. And I'm like,
no.
Well, let's slap some oil on it. And so we put a little oil on it. He gave me 5 more rounds. I had 2 more failure to feeds on it. And I'm like, I was so disappointed because that was like a gun I really wanted to shoot, and I was really planning on buying, but I'm like, no, this is
awful. So, for me, it was that Infinity because I was so hyped to shoot one, and I was scared to pick it up because they're so expensive. And it was
and the Daniel Defense H9. That was a horrible experience shooting that gun.
I've never shot it. Is it bad?
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, and they supposedly fixed them. And a buddy of mine on YouTube he got supposedly the new version of it, and he was having nothing but problems with the new one. And it's such a cool pistol.
On the opposite end, what gun or accessory that you got in the last year or two where you're just like, man, this is really awesome?
It wasn't my gun, but I had somebody loan a gun to me to do a review on. And I've always been a Springfield hater. I hated Springfield. And after I shot the Echelon, I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why did I never get one of these? That was a gun that blew my mind, like how good it was. Because
Really?
I hated the XD series. I hated those guns. I hated the trigger, the grip safety, all that stuff. And then I shot that Echelon and I'm like, wow, this is a great firearm.
The XDs are okay. The XDMs are a little bit better. The Echelon really is like, I love it. I have 3 now. I love that gun. I love the platform. They just feel so good in my hands. I love how they feel.
It is. It's a great gun, and I'm like, I slept on it because I never liked Springfield pistols. But then after I shot that, I'm like, this is awesome.
Mine is Glock 19. I hate on Glock so bad. And a buddy of mine had a brand new 19, and I shot so well with it, and I hated myself for it. But it shoots so good. And I'm like, I wanted to hate on it. I was waiting for it to jam up. I just nothing. It shot so good. And I shot really well with it, but I handed it back to him. But I was like, I wanted to hate it. So I've never wanted to hate a gun so bad. But you'll see that. So TMC says Glock, it just works. Not true. If you don't have a good grip on it, it will failure to feed. So my wife was being recruited by a 3-letter agency to do like data science or whatever. And, you know, when you go to the farm, no matter what, you shoot a Glock 19. And so I bought her a brand new Glock 19 and I shot it fine. But if she shot it, every 3rd or 4th shot would jam. And it's because her hands are too small. I mean, she's Filipino. She's like 5. I mean, she's almost a midget. Oh, God, I hope she doesn't watch this. But she's pretty short. And if you have small hands, and so my train of thought is like this. If it's late at night and they're like, oh, well, you don't have a good grip on the gun. I'm like, great. Granted, what if in a high stress situation, you don't have a good grip on your gun and you're shooting? Is it going to jam? Now, there's a good video of a cop that gets shot in the pinky. He can't grip his Glock and it jams every round. He has to keep racking it and shooting, racking it and shooting. So it goes bang every time as long as you hold it right. But in a high stress situation, what if I don't grab it right? What if I don't have a great draw? What if I just don't have a good grip on the gun? You take an XDM, you take the Echelon, you point it sideways or limp wrist it and pull the trigger. It's going to go bang every time.
Right.
You don't have to have a perfect grip. So that's where I think Glock, it does go bang every time as long as you have a good grip. And I've done a limp wrist test with it, and it does jam. Next time you go to the range, you know, shoot it in offhand, do the Dan, the firearm guy, limp wrist test where he goes, and it'll probably jam. But I'm just saying. And then my son at the time, his hands were smaller, and it jammed on him too. Because, you know, he's a little kid. So I have the gun out where, you know, everyone knows if there's someone breaking in the house, that's where they go get it. And for me, it's the Echelon. Or I changed it now to it's the X-Star EP9, just because it's lightweight, it's stupid easy to use, and it holds a lot.
Such a great gun.
Isn't that a great gun?
It is. I love mine.
It's so
cheap. Mine's hanging right there. Actually,
it's so cheap. I saw that. It's such a great gun, and it's what, $550.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking, it's a very cheap gun. And then, oh, you have plastic parts. I put 3,000 rounds through it. I'm not even worried about something breaking.
Yeah, I put a Rise Armament PCC trigger in it. And now it's just like, it's one of my favorite guns to take to the range.
Oh, you want to get nasty with it? Here's an idea. Take a suppressor and screw a suppressor in the end of that sucker. And you would think it would melt that plastic. but I ran 2 magazines through it and it didn't melt the plastic because it'll actually sink into that and screw
Oh
on.
yeah, I run mine suppressed all the time.
See, I was worried. I was worried it would melt the furniture.
I knew it wouldn't because Matt got his first before X-Star sent his out about a month and a half, 2 months before they sent mine. And he was running the dog shit out of his suppressed. And I asked him about that. I'm like, isn't that can inside the handguard? And he goes, it doesn't hurt nothing.
See, I want to get a really thin 5.56 or 9mm can, something as thin as I can. But the one I had was a YHM, and it was, I mean, I almost, it was touching, and it didn't melt it. But man, I think the XR EP9 is such a great gun.
It is. It's all. I really hope this 10mm is coming out. I shot it, but I don't know if they're going to put it into production or not.
Question for Chris: is the Grizzly really that good? I've seen many claim it's on Amazing Clone, but he doesn't know. He's curious.
I really like the Grizzly. But
everyone in the chat who doesn't know what a Grizzly is.
Oh, the Bear Creek Arsenal Glock. It's a Gen 3 Glock clone that they made. The frame feels amazing on it. That stippling work they did on it's great. I've done a ton of modifications on mine now. I've got the Apex trigger in it. I put a ported barrel in it. I changed the springs. The only problem is with Bear Creek is the quality control when you get stuff from them. So, like when I first got mine out of the box, my slide release wouldn't work. So I had to go in there and file a little bit on the slide and file a little bit on the release to get it to work. Like, I mean, I'm a pretty strong guy. I could not push that lever down and drop the slide on that gun.
Wow.
So,
yeah, Bear Creek has some. You know what's funny? I thought that was one of my videos that got yellowed out because I put budget in the title. And I thought for sure that video would do well. And both my Bear Creek videos just tanked.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, it's $3 bills, and it's probably one of the better Glock clones out there. But I can't guarantee when you get it out of the box that you might have to do a little polishing and a little filing on it. But
I had a hard time taking my dagger from PSA apart the first time to clean it. God damn. That was a pain in the butt.
I just never got a dagger because I didn't like the frames. They just feel horrible in my hand.
Yeah.
I love their slides. I've got a bunch of their slides that I've used on Glock clones that I've built.
So let me tell you another reason about Glock. So I was talking to Josiah, and I was like, so are you making money on these daggers selling? Because they'll do a package where they'll put 10 pistols, a bag, a gun, and a bag for $2.99. And he goes, yeah, we make plenty of money on those guns. Okay, well, if they can do a slide that costs way more to manufacture than a Glock slide, package it all together with 10 mags, put it in a bag, and sell it at a profit at $2.99, how much money is Glock making selling the same shit over? Oh, I got Blue Label. I only pay 400 something, blah, blah, blah. Well, you're still getting ripped off, man. I can get I think Glocks probably cost maybe $60 to put together. Max. Because their production runs are so vast. I mean, if you see their booth at SHOT Show, it's $1 million booth, $500,000 at least.
It's crazy. Like and I think that's why you're starting to see, like I watched a video yesterday where Geisley is coming out with a budget line of rifles. And you've got Kimber coming out. Dan just did a video on that new Kimber 10mm that he got.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like $1,000. And I think that these companies, there's so many Turkish guns coming into this country now that are good. I'm not going to say they're great, but they're good. And a lot of them are reliable. And you can buy 2 or 3 of these for the price of another gun. So I think it's starting to drive the prices down. Eventually it's going to force these American gun companies to drop their prices down. Because like you said, if PSA's doing that with that dagger, Glock's making a boatload of money off of every gun they sell.
A fortune. You know,
those frames aren't costing them anything to make.
That Kimber Hunter that's coming in 10 millimeter, I think the MSRP on that is like $1,200 for a 10 millimeter, 6-inch, made in America, 1911, double stack, whatever. That's at a great value. And it's milled for an optic RMR, so I can't wait to shoot that thing. All right, let me ask you another question. What's a gun brand people sleep on? I'll go first because I brought it up. I had never shot a CZ before until about 4 years ago when I saw all these multicolored CZs in the gun case. And I had to literally stop in my track and goes, what is this gun? A CZ, huh? I've never really shot one or held it. And my buddy, Mike got the CZ Parrot race gun. And that thing is banana pants. Cool. And I started shooting. Now I have 3 CZs myself. I have the blue TS2. I have the green TS2. And I absolutely slept on CZ for years. And they have a cult following that is just out of this world. And I think whoever did the marketing at CZ and decided to go crazy with all these different colors should get a medal. Because if it wasn't for that, I never would have stopped and ever picked one up.
Yeah, I don't own one, but I've shot so many Shadow 2s, and it's like that gun, you just fall in love with it first time you pull the trigger on it. It's amazing. But yeah. I just bought my first CZ last year. I bought the Nocturne when it came,
Oh, yeah.
I waited about 6 to 8 months because I know, the first batch of them, some guys were having trouble with them, but I bought the full size one, and that gun is so freaking cool. It's a good shooting gun. I think one of the new companies, it's a newer company that everybody's sleeping on, and they're making great guns, is Daria.
Oh, yeah, it is pretty new. I haven't
had they're making some of the guns are made in Turkey, and then they're making some of them down in Jacksonville. But I think their main goal eventually is to have everything coming out of Jacksonville. But
yeah, that'd be great.
The DY9, amazing firearm for the money.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they go for?
I think the regular DY9 is $299.
Oh my God, that's a steal.
And then if you go with the Island, that's the one. It's kind of like their knockoff of the Zev that has the Island barrel and the ports and everything in it. I think they're right around $5,000.
Oh, that's a steal.
But how much is I think the Zev's like $2,000, $1,500, something like that. So, yeah, they're knocking it out of the park. And then they just came out with their little. It's like a hybrid between a Glock 43 and a Glock 26. It's called the DY9Z.
The DY9Z. Let me look at these guys.
And it's right under $3,000, and you can run your factory Glock 43 mags in it. Their mags are 15 rounders, where the 43s are 10.
All right.
And then I bought a Gen 3 Shield mag, and it runs great in it. So.
Oh man. Let's check that out. Oh, they do look pretty slick. I'm gonna have to check one of these out, man.
Well, yeah, Chris, I got 3 of them now, and actually 4. The wife's got one now.
Really? Well, hey man, I know we're running over our time a little bit, and I still have a bunch of stuff I wanted to ask you, so we got to run this back again.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you want me to come on.
For everyone in the chat, I'm going to put a link to his channel. If you're not a subscriber to Chris's channel, subscribe. It is really just growing. And I always thought you should have 10 times more subscribers because, people that know you can see the hard work you put in and the evolution. Because I did watch some of your earlier videos, and they were rough, but whose weren't, right?
Yeah.
But now your audio is crispy. The video is crispy. You get right to the point. I actually really enjoy it, man. I did kind of a little deep dive the last week getting ready for this, and I don't watch a lot of YouTube gun tubers, but I really enjoyed your stuff. So Please subscribe to his channel if you're not a subscriber. Chris, any last words? What do you got coming up? What videos you got coming out?
This is going to be a good week. I'm going to be releasing the videos on the Mac IX that I just got in from SDS Arms. That's kind of the hybrid between an AR9 and an MP5. Super fun gun to shoot. I just got the Smith & Wesson 22X, so I'm pretty excited to get that to the range and play around with it. And then hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, I'll have that video out on the CMX. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh man, MPA just came out with something. I just saw it. It's like a Uzi or something. I just saw it today come across on IG. What is this? Did you see it?
That gun's been out for a while.
Which one? It's like their new little Uzi.
Yeah, it looks like a little Mac 11 or something.
It's not that one they had out for a minute, but they have I can't find it, but they had a release on it. It's on their Instagram, but man, it looks really cool. It looks like just a 9mm carbine.
I'll have to go check it out because I thought the other one was pretty cool they came out with.
They made a killing on that Mac 11 clone deal they had. I mean, they made an absolute killing on that gun. I mean, shit, I almost bought one. They call it the pistols. Is it here? No, it's not this one. It's not the Defender. It's something else. It's not on their website yet, but I'll find it and I'll check it out. But man, it looks super cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go over to their Instagram page. Hey, thank you everybody out in the side chat that said you subscribed. I really appreciate you.
Desert Tacticals here at the end. You missed the whole show, buddy. It's all right. It'll be good on reruns. But hey, again, Chris, thank you so much. Let's run this back. And goals, man, I might drive up for goals or just hop a quick flight. I like to drive if I can. But let me see. My day job takes a lot of my energy. And is goals kid friendly? Can you bring your kids?
Oh yeah.
All right. I might bring my kids up to that one. Maybe my wife if she's nice to me. I don't know.
Yeah, we can keep it low key. We can go out to dinner one night after the show or whatever. We'll have fun.
Oh, I'm a foodie, man. Obviously, I'm a foodie, so we're gonna do that for sure.
Oh,
but
well,
man, again, thank you so much.
Watch my videos. You know I like to eat.
Again, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate
you.
Everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us. And tell